Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Going to have a lot of fun. Talk a little basketball, talk a little baseball, get ourselves ready for the week. But as always, before we look forward, we have to look back. And here's how we did. I ended up 3-3. Brad, nice 2-0 right there. Novi Pazar, Bacatapaola. Both teams discard. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to read that again. I can't pronounce these teams at all, but I can pronounce that our man was a winner. We continue to stay hot in college baseball. Stanford comes through, covered that spread. North Carolina, we took them on the money line with Kansas money line at plus 100. We almost took North Carolina -2 or -1.5 on the run line. Either of those would have come through as well. Houston, Texas Tech ends at 130. Oh, my goodness, man. I can't believe we missed that one. And then the Bulls 76ers, that was a disaster, so to say, in very crude non-French. But anyways, we finished 5-3. We will take that for sure. Now, all right, the Discord. You've heard it. If you're brand new, it's the first time you heard it from me. All right, join it. It's a ton of fun. Scan that QR code. Live betting, live chat, talking sports, ball, fast food. You name it, man. Join it. I'm telling you, it's a ton of fun. It's basically the live show chat, but throughout the day, anytime that you want it, scan that QR code. Also, the overs. Look at that. Coming back Wednesday, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Going to get down. Got all kinds of stats. We are finally going to get our baseball lined up. And look, we're doing all right so far. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people out there that are getting hammered in college baseball. Yeah, we are going to. So join us Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Join us. It's going to be a ton of fun. I assure you, it is the premier college baseball betting show. I'm telling you, join it. Come join us. It's free, live, be in the chat. Can have a ton of fun. Look at Robert Bibba, our man. It's been crazy at work. Could not get away from the needy doctors. Robert, it's good to see you, buddy. We sure do miss you. And Matty Boy says it the best. The Discord is the best thing to happen to this show since this show. Great time. Get in there daily. I'm telling you, for sure. And Robert says, look, that was my idea. There we go. But yeah, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Join us, man. Me, TJ Parker. We're going to have a ton of fun for sure. But we're also going to have fun with, all right, little thing we like to call the picks. All right, let me pull this up full screen, and let's take a look at what we have today. All right, Florida money line, baseball. Pair that with Mississippi State money line in baseball at plus 107. Florida's playing Stetson, all right? Stetson. Florida lost to Stetson last year, actually. Now, am I playing the revenge factor? No. What I am playing, though, Kevin O'Sullivan and his team want to do everything that they didn't do last year in the regular season and reverse that. So I do think that Florida's going to come out strong. They're not going to be overlooking anyone this season. Mississippi State playing good baseball. All right. Take that plus 107. Next. All right. We're staying in the state of Mississippi here. We're going to take Ole Miss on the money line. We're going to pair that with Texas A&M on the money line at plus 125. Ole Miss, a tough one against Southern Miss. Game is in Oxford. That is going to be a really good matchup there. I like both of these teams to come through. Next, Florida basketball -6.5 against Georgia. Yeah, Georgia's not bad. Florida's really good. And I think that Florida is going to continue to stay hot, especially in terms of putting points up left and right. So I'm going to roll the Gators here, -6.5. And then finally, Duke and Miami. Both teams to score 65-plus points, okay? Look, Duke is almost unplayable in pretty much everything. They've caught on, the books have, in regards to that this team is unbelievably better on the road than they are at home, and they're just putting up massive amount of points. Duke's team total today is like 86.5, right? So we're really banking on, does Miami get to 65 points? That's it. Does Miami get to 65 points? I think that they can. I think that they'll put up enough. All right. But that's essentially the bet. Does Miami get to 65 points? So we're going to see. But it's a tough layout. Look, Robert, Yeah, they did baseball games, day games, basketball, baseball. I believe the earliest ones start at 4 p.m. Eastern. Take a look, check that for sure. But yeah, for sure. What do we got here? Curtis, what do you got going on, brother? Started a new gig, had a recurring meeting. Oh man. Hey, well, it's good to see you again, buddy. But hey, hope the new gig's going well, man. Absolutely. Hope it's going well. So those are our picks for today. We're going to talk about here in just 1 second because we need to break down our list as always, what we do. But what I do want to take a look at, all right, little thing we like to call the analytics. All right, so let's take a look here, college baseball. All right, and I want to get ourselves familiar starting this week, week 3 and on, with teams that are hitting home runs because there's no sport like college baseball in terms of teams that can hit home runs of how, like, yes, it means that they score runs. I get that, right? But in terms of live betting and teams that really don't find themselves behind too terribly much, but when they do, they often make comebacks, okay? So, all right, Jared, yep, 4 p.m., the first game. There you go. Yeah, I was going to say, I was pretty sure. We're starting to get a schedule, like a consistent schedule going again. So let me pull this up here. And this is just something to keep with you. We're going to talk more about it on Wednesday night in the Over Show. But take a look here at teams in regards to home runs. Now, Tennessee, we know it. They led the country last year in home runs. Southeastern Louisiana, all right, pay attention to them. This team can mash bombs. Oregon can mash. Wake Forest can mash. East Tennessee State can mash, all right? Georgia, Duke, Arizona State. Pay attention to these teams because, Robert gifted 5 DTL memberships. Robert, you beautiful son of a gun. Good to see you. I appreciate that. We all do. Hit the whole like button if you haven't. Yeah, Matty boy, help us all out. There we go. Absolutely. Okay, so pay attention to these teams because they will keep you profitable as we go along, especially early when it is tough in the non-conference portion of the regular season in college baseball. These teams will get you right. Look at Duke coming up. If you notice a difference in Duke when they started mashing, and again, I know it sounds dumb in terms of hitting home runs, but this is like, you know how the NBA has gone to almost all three-pointers, right? This is the three-pointer on steroids, man. Like, teams that start mashing, hitting is absolutely contagious. So pay attention to these teams and keep them going in your head because when you see them pop up, you're not going to be able to bet them every time because the books are always, all over the board of what you've got. But teams that can mash bombs, all right, keep it. Now, on the other side of that, all right, runs allowed, all right. Now, this one is a little more difficult because you don't often get many of these teams to bet on, all right. Murray State, I haven't seen them on the books once. Kentucky, I've seen them once. Never gotten to bet Yale, all right. Miami is, they're there sometimes. Tennessee, I haven't been able to bet Tennessee. I don't think we've bet Tennessee once this year. Florida State and Florida. That's really it. But when you look at these teams, all right, keep these guys with you as well because last year, Arkansas was on this list. Duke was on this list. And the surprise, all right, was Louisiana Tech. And we would ride Louisiana Tech unders weekend after weekend after weekend after weekend. So we'll do these together. We'll walk through them, each week, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yes, like these teams here will really help you out when it gets difficult to bet because not that you're just going to automatically take unders. You're not going to, right? However, you will start to find diamonds in the rough, and it's going to start this week carrying forward. Now they're in week 3, starting to get some sea legs here. Teams are getting more consistent, and that's absolutely the key. So that's what we want to do, and we want to find it. So we'll walk through it together. I just wanted to kind of get it in front of you as we go because these are absolutely incredibly important stats. Murray State ERA is wild, small sample size. Yeah, right? Less than 1. And you're right, it is a small sample size. So that's why we're only kind of introducing it. right now. Yeah, Austin, basically, dude, it's absolutely wild, man. Yep. Oh, look, Kaden right Indiana, I buy layovers, absolutely a profit. Yes. See, right there. All right, Kaden 74 is 100% correct. Like, you'll start to find it each week. You'll see the same teams that are popping up. All right, and it's not always like these monster blue, like a Florida State, right? Like, it's not always betting them. It's finding, like, we found Indiana last year, and it was just literally every single week. Like, bam, 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 bam. So, anyways, just wanted to get those in front of you. Weather getting better, but things could change. Would these lists change though? Yeah, they'll change for sure. Like, we're still in a high variance area, right? So you might see, the bottom half switch up, but again, yeah, like it'll start to get more consistent. And that's the best part about it, is that we track, like, not only for that week, but we track to see who's on the list, who's on the list, who's on the list, like week after week after week after week, right? Because you will start to notice and you'll start to find the little spots where you can bet these teams, and it'll make your life so much easier. So just wanted to get those in front of you. Now, what I also want to get in front of you is we got to get our list. All right. We've got some wild games today, and we need to figure this out. We got to do it together. So let's go ahead and get it. So, all right, I'm going to say this, and I say it for all of us together, right? Like, I like the idea and the process of the list each day, and quite frankly, it's been nice for us, right? Like, Michigan yesterday, solid, they covered, right? Houston, they covered. The 76ers money line did not. The Hawks +1, right? Like, we're finding areas where we don't have to jump on a bet at 10:14 a.m., right? Like, we could take some time and get ourselves just a list going, and then hit it at 3 p.m. Eastern on our afternoon show, right? So that's what we want to do. And we want to do it together because it takes all of us together for sure. Okay, so here's what I have today, all right? And let me know what you think. We'll talk about it for sure. Drop your thoughts in the chat here. Drop them in the Discord after the show. And then 3 p.m. Eastern today, we will break it down, the list. Yeah, we're going to get the bad list going too. So first off, Arizona State, money line. Okay. Baseball. They had a tough one against UCLA. But I don't know how much I trust UCLA. And Arizona State's playing not bad right now. I haven't. These are all, anybody that's new, these are all picks, props, and parlay pieces that we haven't necessarily played yet, but we're looking at it and we've got time to figure it out, right? So I kind of dig Arizona State today against UCLA. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are. Like, I just don't know how much I trust UCLA. Baseball. All right, basketball. Cincinnati -2.5. What do we do with Cincinnati? You feeling them over Baylor? Cincinnati's at home. 2.5-point favorite. Think about it. Let me know your thoughts. But the big one, the props. Luka. You know what tonight is? Mavericks at Lakers. Are we riding Luka or not? Now, the prop, Luka over 3.5 threes at -140, right? Like, that's kind of no man's land. We would either drop it to over 2.5 threes and parlay it with something, or take it up over 4.5. But he's going to get as many shots as possible tonight. Now, the other side of that, take a look at someone for rebounds. Okay? Because if he's missing them, yeah, like exactly what Scott just said. If he presses too hard, I mean, he's gonna shoot 10 threes tonight. But if he presses too hard, like, who gets the boards when Luka shoots? LeBron? keep an eye on that. We'll talk about that. We've obviously still got time, but that's something to pay attention to. But yes, it is Mavericks at Lakers. Now, on the opposite side here, Klay Thompson, over 3.5 threes at plus 125. Whether Luka's going off or Luka's throwing bricks into the Atlantic Ocean, I like playing like a bet to where everybody is kind of like on one side. Like the same bet, but the other side. I think Klay Thompson's going to have a ton of three-point opportunities tonight. Whether the Lakers are up big or it's a game back and forth, right? We've got time. Yeah, Zach says right here, Luka and Klay, 3 threes parlay minus 115. That's not a bad look either. Drop it down one for each guy. I don't hate that at all. Actually, I like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like, I didn't want to bet anything yet. I wanted to broach the conversation so that we figure out what to do, right? Like, do we run out or not? Kane says, props a lock against for the old team. 9% of players that play old team. Absolutely. And look, I don't say this negatively. I just say it. It is what it is. The NBA, like, it's all about motivation, right? The Mavs are hot garbage. Chris. So that could be another look. Lakers money line, Luka 3 threes. Lakers money line, Luka 2 threes, LeBron 2 threes. You know, like there are options that we can go with in regards to that. Curtis says, I'm liking Baylor money lines. And you know what? Like, that's why we've got it on the list against Cincinnati. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I don't feel super strong either way. Jared says, since he's 4-8 against the spread at home the last 12 games, a little scary there. Yeah, they are. Japan says Lakers first quarter minus 3.5. Not bad. I'll go ahead and give you the stat of the day right now. Baylor's last 16 road games, they've only covered the spread 4 times. Like, the stats aren't great on either side. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, look, we're going to put this on the list and we're going to talk about it because I don't know. And it's the last regular season game of the year. Like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Liddy says, who got the best of the Luka AD trade? I mean, I would have to say the Lakers. Look, the Lakers are winning. Like, I know that Luka hasn't looked great, but that part might not matter, right? Like, he could get himself right in terms of shooting next week. And none of this matters of the start, but they've been winning games, right? So, yeah. All right, we'll talk more about those and especially what to do in this Mavs-Lakers game as we get ready for 3 p.m. Eastern. And do we have a I thought we did. Never mind. I thought we had a graphic for it. Apparently we don't. All right. Now, the last one's here, parlay pieces. I really like Duke today. I really like Duke baseball. But I haven't bet it yet. Florida State. All right. So these are parlay pieces, right? And it's just kind of to get it started. Our list started of what we have available, right? Duke is an attractive piece as a parlay piece because minus 180 works with everything. You know what I mean? Like Florida State money line minus 425. It's tough. Duke, Scott says, Maddie says, how close is Duke to ban? Duke's playing a lot different over the last week. B. Mill said Duke baseball still might be. I know, right? That's why I haven't bet it either. It's Duke is tough. All right, so we've got it on the list. All right, we haven't bet it, and it might be something we just keep there, right? Like we should probably add that portion of like trust issues of we're not going to bet them, but I just want to see how you do, pal. So we'll keep that one there. And then Florida State again playing Jacksonville, which Jacksonville record-wise not great. But it's a dangerous little play there. It's a dangerous little play. That's our list. Again, 3 p.m. Eastern today. We will break that down for sure, all of them, and see where we go. Now, let me get the picks back up here, because got some people that probably have not seen them, and let's get them up. Okay. Florida baseball money line paired with Mississippi State baseball money line at plus 107. Ole Miss baseball money line paired with Texas A&M baseball money line at plus 125. I'm going to go with Florida basketball, the Gators, minus 6.5 at minus 110. And then we're going to go with Duke and Miami, both teams to score 65 plus points at minus 115. And essentially that bet is, does Miami get to 65 points? That's essentially what we've done, is we've taken the team total down, because I'm fairly confident that Duke gets to 65 plus points, right? So we're going to drop that Miami team total down, get it to 65. Carl says, quick matter, click on the like button if y'all, hey, for real, hey, like button helps 1,000,000%, man. 1,000,000%. I appreciate you saying that, Carl, and everybody that said that. And for real, if you guys don't mind, hit the like button. I won't ask anything else of you. I'm not going to get up here begging for money. None of that. But if you can hit the like button for free, I'm telling you, man, that's an absolute huge, huge, huge help. So, Carl, thank you for saying that for sure. Be the man, brother. Great shows always. Best luck, guys. Have ourselves a day. Yep, have ourselves a day indeed, Matty boy. And thank you, man. 100%. Ooh, look at that. All right, Bodog right there. Curtis said you can get Miami team total over 63.5 on Bodog if you have it. There you go. Right there. Look at Curtis taking care of us, boy. We've been getting this all show long. Perfect. Okay, so we'll get to our final stat of the day. We already saw it, but put up here one more time. Baylor's last 16 road games have only covered the spread 4 times. So, we'll figure out what we're going to do. We've got time. We don't have to bet it yet. We'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern today to go through all of that for sure. All right, everybody. That's all we've got. Let's get back to work. Let you get into it. But we've got our notes. We've got our list. We've got our items to work on. Do our homework before the afternoon show today, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on Drive the Line. But everybody, until then, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we will see you this afternoon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us? No!